On February 16th, 1991, David Peel came to Cleveland, Ohio for a normal rally, a marijuana legalization rally. Ohio, to their credit, was one of the first states to decriminalize up to 100 grams of weed back in the 80s. So we have been a pretty liberal state as far as that goes. As far as getting medical passed, that was a little more laborious, and certainly recreational has not happened. But anyhow, Peel came to town 30 years ago to participate in our local normal rally, and I was asked to come over and shoot some footage for Jeff Redding's Vidmag local cable access show, and I maintain the masters of those of the recordings, and what you're going to see is culled from there. And culled is a good word because David Peel was a rambling soul. It was very difficult to get him started. You can hear a little bit in the beginning part of what I'm posting of me chiding things along, and here I was, the cameraman. And anyhow, he very interesting man. He Puerto Rican by birth, David Perez. He was born in New York City, raised in Manhattan, ended up in the Army in the early 60s, stationed out in Alaska. So you go from the most urban environment in America to probably the most rural. And nature really seemed to have taken hold of Peel there when he returned back to the New York City area after his Army stint was over. He got hooked into the drug scene, marijuana, and he even took his stage name from the myth that smoking banana peels would get you high. And it got him signed to Elektra Records, and we put out an album in '68 called Having Marijuana. It didn't do much, and he was quickly back to being a street performer. And John Lennon, after he moved to New York City, happened upon Peel playing in the parks and signed him to Apple, and they put out an almost legendary album, more so for the title than anything else, The Pope Smokes Dope, and it got it banned in probably the more Catholic countries in the world, but came out on Apple, and it's a decent value Apple release. There's ones worth far more, but anyhow, David Peel was a rambling person, and loved marijuana, obvious, and I think he might have imbibed it a little bit too much because he was all over the place. So 4 hours of tape, I don't know, maybe like 40 minutes of good stuff. But anyhow, enjoy what you're going to see here. This is David Peel, 30 years ago today, in Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
Just telling here he's on the Upper East Side.
I got the string that would hit me in the face. I got the string. String was a dingling of the human. I wanna play a good guitar. I don't want to be a superstar.
But where was that?
This way?
No, not you. Oh. You're okay where you were.
Okay.
I and my young friend got this.
Yeah.
Can we start this?
Legalize. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. That's the people very frustrated they can't get it done. Legalize hemp. That's that kind of swishbuckling.
That up and down.
I love to have a bar full of beer, drinking
Drinking beer, yeah, like an old beer hall song.
on a seashore, I'm near the seashore, right? And then we invite you to the pier, and I have a window there, and you get to smoke food.
Big frosted mugs.
Oh, alright, let's do it. Here we go.
Can I start it?
Almost right.
Alright.
Have that Coke for me, please? I'm getting,
Cotton Mouth.
I walked in, man. Do I have my, give me my, I have my bandana, please? Look how little by little how we changed it, guys. It's amazing how... I noticed in the movie, but I was in the movie here. I mean...
You brought it in.
He wasn't wearing it.
You see it right there? That's because my couple can hang out and see each other. So couple, it's nothing to do with the TV show. They just damn good seats. If you ever want to look at, he'll talk the way he's gonna do anyway. It's the fact he's just turned on because he's comfortable. You just happen to catch him that way. You ever see the fireside chat?
Ronnie.
I use a TV show. Ah, there we go. Oh, look at this. Get my Bruce Springsteen schluck. He was a friend of mine too, by the way.
You're supposed to be putting it on, David.
I've been put on below. You put me on.
That's simplified.
Easy, man. Here you go.
Then it'd look like one over top of the other, wouldn't it?
Here's the way you do it. First way you look at it, what you're doing wrong is you put on top of it. Focus.
You shouldn't have got him started. You could have brought that out later, you know. He's real easy to
Quit showing him your toys, damn it.
He gets up and walks away, wanders around all the time.
Is that okay?
That's there.
I'm watching
That's
this.
there.
Ain't being like that.
That's there.
That'll work.
That's there.
Come on, am I stage?
Now put your head below here.
Hey, watch your face.
Okay.
This isn't okay. I feel it's not me anymore. Let me see what it looks like inside the
Push
camera.
that chair back.
Well, why don't
Ready
you
to
sit
roll.
down here and you can look
Jeff,
at it.
push that chair
you
back.
know,
Look at the
Oh, yeah, monitor.
Look
Oh,
at the
monitor
monitor.
right
Look
there.
at the monitor. Look, you can watch yourself through this whole thing.
I don't want one. When I say we better watch yourself, you really mean it, don't you?
Quite
That's good.
literally.
That's very good. That's good. That's good.
Okay, and I guess we're just
One
about
more thing, a
ready.
little more, something to drink, a little water. I have a.
You're still in the picture. Okay, I asked, was I gonna... I said no, you gotta move over to the side. Move over to the side.
Please.
Or sit on the couch over there because I don't believe that's in the picture.
All right, here's your sparkling water.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, just about ready?
Oh, one more time.
It's gonna take you a little bit.
Get him for another half hour.
Well, you got a cheap guitar, but no.
Hey, that's what makes it all that much
Oh,
better.
dear Mississippi, no sun. Okay, so that was in good shape.
Okay, we ready?
Perfection.
Quiet in there.
Quiet on the set.
Well, hold quiet. We're gonna be we'll send this to the FBI.
Okay, okay, we're starting.
Okay, wait.
All right, hit the
Okay, yeah.
hit the pause button.
It's going.
Okay, and
Okay, yeah.
you're on.
Okay, today is the first day of my life in Ohio, in Cleveland, USA. I'm gathered here among a joint chiefs of staff of people here from the Ohio Coalition of Normal. My reason for coming here is because I wanted to find a new arising, a place where I could start my grassroots over again. I couldn't find it in New York totally because the city is made of stone. I wanted to find a better place to weed out my problems and to find out where I could find a better cultural, alternate way of life. I found it. I am now in Cleveland and Columbus, Ohio, with friends of mine and also partners in the legalization and decriminalizing of hemp. So now I've got to say one thing before I begin. That I think that all reasons for music and culture go back to where we all began, and that's from Mother Earth. Mother Earth blessed our land with beautiful plants, and somewhere along the line, it also created people on this earth. And it wanted people and plants to be together. But as time went on and the future became past, the plants became a criminal offense. These plants, in particular, were called hemp. Cannabis sativa, marijuana, anything else that becomes of that type and sort, which was used to help procreate the earth to benefit its people. But, for some unknown odd reasons, the mental morphosis of earth and people became enemies from friends. And I'll give you the first example, and that is hemp. Hemp was a weed, a strain of grass, that helped provide, for example, rope, food, recreational pastimes, to give people an alternative way of life. And also a way of life. What I'm saying right now, it gave all parts of the whole earth for mankind and its own planet. But it seems like the governments throughout the world, basically speaking, cannot stand a successful lifestyle with hemp or anything like that of sort. So they made it an outlaw drug. The thing that can give a fuel.
Give life.
Give life. And I will show you, for example, when I came here, that began this way of life. I found another way of life to help fight what the government is taking away from us, our cultural heritage. I guess you're So the Legalize Hemp, dedicated to Ohio, the rest of the world, and New York City. Normal is abnormal because it fights the abnormal people. What I mean to say is not the chap that's abnormal, it's the issue that's abnormal. It should be normal. Marijuana should be legalized, a la, or AKA, also known as hemp, or cannabis sativa. The song's called Legalize Hemp. 1, 2, 3, 4. You all can join. You can say hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. That's what you can say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp is good for making clothes. Hemp is good for rock and roll. Hemp is good for medicine. Hemp is good for everyone. Legalize hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp was made for ships and sailors. Hemp is good for David Peel. Hemp is good for materials. Hemp is good for textiles. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp was grown by Thomas Jefferson. Hemp is the Constitution. Hemp is good for better, not worse. Hemp can save the planet Earth. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Cannabis sativa, marijuana, legalize hemp. Cannabis sativa, marijuana, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Hemp, hemp, legalize hemp. Legalize hemp right now. Hi-oh, oh hi-oh. I like your name, oh hi-oh. Oh hi-oh. Are you high-oh?
Oh, you are high.
Thank you. And by the way, a little about myself here, why I'm here. Also, I know when John Lennon, I worked with John Lennon for many, many years. 2 years. I played in his band, the Plastic Ono Band, when John Sinclair was busted for 2 joints of marijuana, called 10 to 2. 10 years for 2 joints. We got John Lennon and Yoko Ono to go to Ann Arbor, Michigan to help free this man by a benefit. And by doing that, we were able to, that next Monday, or within the Monday, he was out of jail for good. So it shows that when you have a right and just cause, you can find a cause to be right. John Sinclair was right, and we going there to help him was right. And there was nothing wrong with being right to legalize, to criminalize, and help people to spread the word and help create a legal situation and legal authority for marijuana. We want the government to get off the backs of the hemp people and let us grow and maybe save the world, maybe save the planet Earth through hemp. So now, another thing I want to say, in New York City, we have our smoke-ins. We have our May Day smoke-ins. In Ann Arbor, Michigan, they have the Hash Bash. You know about that, John?
April 6th this year in
That's right.
University of Michigan.
And you know anything about the Freedom Fighters in Madison, Wisconsin? What that's going to be?
Yeah, they're going to have a festival out in Madison in September, the Harvest Festival. And they have a festival in the spring also.
And I'm going to be doing a new record cassette album called Legalize Marijuana. And I have people here, my coalition of people I have in Ohio division of my chapter of the Lower East Side. I have my friend Mike from Columbus, Mike from Cleveland, and I also have JB, drummer from Columbus or Columbia, Ohio. David Peel, Columbus discovered America. David Peel wants to discover Columbus. We're all on a hemp tour, and you people can join. Call the station to find out where we're at. We'll find out where you're at too. Now, I also want to say that I did have a record out by John Lennon on Apple Records. I also did a record called Have a Marijuana. And from Have a Marijuana, here's a song I'm going to do. I like marijuana. These songs are basically entertainment, but the point is get across with bites and bits and pieces of smoke. Now, it's called marijuana, marijuana, yeah, yeah, yeah. I like marijuana. Marijuana, marijuana, hey, 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 get high, oh. Marijuana, marijuana, hey, 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 get high. Marijuana, marijuana. Marijuana, oh marijuana. marijuana. Acapulco Gold, Panamanian Red. Marijuana. The bigger the bank, the higher the head. For marijuana. I wanna get stoned and I wanna be alone. But here comes my father, the family is growing. Marijuana. Marijuana.